What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 10, volume 9 of our third annual summer spectacular blockbuster. Get your popcorn ready. Movie Extravaganza. Today, we are joined by a star-studded panel made up of three vastly type of movie/entertainment stereotypical fans. First, we have the movie novice. Wah, wah. Next, we have the casual movie lover. And last but not least, of course, we have our movie aficionado. So before we get going, let us start by describing to you what our movie novice stereotypical guy does. Okay?
Somebody that's busy. Somebody that's got other things in their life.
Can we start
right?
there?
Is that what you're looking for?
There? Okay.
Unbelievable.
Let's start with the movie novice.
Let's do it.
This
guy
sad,
sounds amazing.
Tell
me more about this gentleman.
This sad soul hasn't been to the movie theater since the original Top Gun. And before that, it was the first version of Little Women.
I saw Maverick. I saw Maverick in the theater.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. If you were to say this to a movie novice, Quentin Tarantino, he might think you were speaking a foreign language. The movie novice also thinks you can still go to the movies with a $10 bill, get your ticket, get your popcorn, get your Coke, and some Milk Duds, and still have money left to play the Galaga/Dig Dug video game in the lobby.
Paperboy was mine.
Bingo. This movie novice also thinks if you take your ticket stub to Godfather Pizza after the show, you get 10% off your next salad bar. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Mr. Hank Eimer.
Hey, I'm just trying to get it I'm trying to give information for the vast majority of people out there that don't go to the movies.
Fair
all right?
enough. Okay.
Because
Well,
because the list we're going to talk about, I'm probably only going to get to go to one.
Yes.
God forbid, two.
Yes.
And we got to make sure we know which one we're going to. We don't get off work every Tuesday and go, you know? And Lord knows.
Every other Tuesday, Hank.
I mean, your day is, this little booklet that you just wrote down right here, and you're getting closer and closer to you because you can't see it. That's the best part. So go ahead and tell us about your position in the movie.
Next up, Hank, thank you very much, for our casual movie lover. This guy will go to at least 50% of all of the summer blockbusters. However, these summer blockbusters they would have to fall into one of these 5 categories. Category 1, sci-fi or fantasy. Category 2, a music biography. Category 3, sequels to comedies that he loved in the early 2000s, i.e. Hangover 12, Wedding Crashers 6. Do you feel?
I see what you're doing there.
D.
But all these categories, you have another one?
I got 5 of them. Sports movies that show the underdog battling all odds to overcome the perennial winner who normally are total douchebags. Karate Kid, Cobra Kai. Remember the Titans, team against bad team. Hoosiers, Rudy. I can name a million.
Okay.
Okay?
I can tell you've listed every movie possible, so you're not excluding anything right now.
And the last category that a casual movie fan, for me, we're talking about, will go to any movie directed by Spielberg, Tarantino, Paul Thomas Anderson, Chris Nolan, and or Wes Anderson. Okay? Is that a pretty good list there, Cam?
Absolutely.
Okay. Very good. The casual movie lover also can be found one time a year at a Tuesday matinee.
One time.
In the theater by himself with a tub of popcorn, a large Coke, and an extra large smile. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Chad East.
Ooh.
Yay! Okay, so that described the casual movie lover, okay? Now, for our last stereotypical movie fan.
I'm not going to know any of this data.
He's described as the movie aficionado. This guy buys his unlimited movie pass on January 1 so he can watch unlimited showings of at least 8 to 10 of the movies at the theater and won't hesitate to go see them again the same day, back to back, if necessary. Okay?
Wow.
This guy.
You just blew my mind right there, man.
This guy, the movie aficionado, buys the refillable popcorn bucket, then buys backup buckets just in case he sees some of his friends in the lobby who look extra hungry. So multiple refillable buckets, Hank. Do you know what I'm talking about there? Okay. Furthermore, he also keeps the old popcorn buckets like trophies in a trophy case. He's collected over 28, including every Lord of the Rings bucket and the Star Wars one that was fuzzy and looked like Chewbacca. Did you ever see that one?
No.
It had a little thing of fuzz on the outside of it, like Chewbacca. This guy can tell you how Spider-Man achieved his powers in each 300,000 multiverses. I always thought Spider-Man got his power just by getting bit by a spider.
Untrue.
Okay, exactly. See? He knows.
Pandora's box right there.
This
Do you
guy,
see how hard Cam's concentrating on these questions? Because he wants to prove that he can do this.
Absolutely. I know he can. This guy would sit down with Martin Scorsese and tell him how he would change Sharon Stone's character in Casino to a more kind, caring soul instead of a straight, money-grabbing hoe prostitute.
100.
He is Big Fan's movie Maximus. His name is Camden Tucker. Camden, welcome to Big Fan. So glad to have you.
Thanks for having me, gentlemen.
Yes, of course,
for sure.
So, how do you think of those three descriptions? You have your novice moviegoer, which, let's just put Hank into that category.
Sure.
Yeah?
For sure.
Then you got the next, probably, I wouldn't be the next, but maybe the next where I'm a casual movie lover. I want to see the ones that I really want to opening night for sure. But if it's something I really don't care about, I won't see it at all at the theater. And then we have you, which will try to go see everything that's there. Is that correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me so far how the summer movie season is going for you, Cam.
It's going good so far. Michael really kicked the summer movies off really well. That was a big plus for me because had that not happened, I would say it was actually toilet right now.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's the Michael Jackson
biopic. Yes.
I'm just trying to, get the information for the novice.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Well, I saw Michael last night, and out of 4 sequin gloves, because I rank everything on a 4 scale, 3.75 sequin gloves.
Really?
Yes, it was awesome. I mean, the actor, that's Jermaine's son who played Michael. Is that right?
Jafar or the young boy? Yes,
Jafar.
Yes.
He was spitting image of Michael, like how I could remember Michael in the 80s and those days. They look exactly alike.
Yes, especially those 80s ones, the Thriller part.
Yes.
And when he was doing Motown, Billie Jean, like it was spectacular.
Jennifer put 2 videos, the real one and then the performance side by side. You could not tell who was which. It's crazy.
He practiced for over 2.5 years just to nail this stuff for
you
this.
You better nail that one. I mean, that's the one you
better
get right.
Absolutely.
You better get that one.
I mean, he nailed it to every, in this, every, the sweat. I mean, they nailed it. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. Amazing. You forget, I did anyway, how massive Michael Jackson really was. You weren't even born.
No.
So you didn't live through it. Hank and I lived through it where, he was the king of everything. Everybody in the world knew who Michael Jackson was.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, he was the Beatles had that kind of fame, but he was the first, in a long time, and especially in that era, that was followed like he was, and everybody wanted a piece of him. Pepsi, all those things wanted a piece of him. I mean, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil any of it, but they do talk a little bit. I didn't realize, the Pepsi thing. We all knew kind of what happened to him, but it goes a little bit further detail. I mean, he could have died.
Yeah,
I never realized it was that serious. But
you were 9.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But anyway, it's just a wonderful movie, Hank. I suggest you go see it when you can.
I may.
Because I don't know.
That's what I'm going to say. I might. I might.
I don't know if you know this about me. Hank does. So when I was growing up, I was a very shy kid. Really shy.
We got to go here.
Yeah, we're going here. And so the only thing that kind of got me out of the complete and utter shyness, I wouldn't talk to anybody. Very quiet kid. Michael Jackson's music and Prince a little bit later, but we were at a junior high dance. I was in 7th grade. I was sitting by myself on the bleachers. Everybody else, girls over there, guys over here. And I was kind of by myself. Well, Michael Jackson, I can't remember what song came on, but I could not quit tapping my foot. And the next thing I know, I pop up, go into the middle of the gym where the dance is and start dancing by myself. And the people were looking at me like, is that Chad? Because everybody knew me as the really quiet dude that never said anything. And I just couldn't control myself. And from that moment forward, it's been sky's the limit.
So that bird, when you do In Sync, Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
That's too good.
Yeah, that's from lots of watching Michael and watching Prince. And
I wish I could have been there to watch you like hip thrust your way into the middle of the floor, like I wish I could have seen that. That would have been amazing.
Some fun stuff.
I need to get some video of that. I'm sure it's somewhere.
Sure
that's crazy. I wouldn't picture you as that. A shy kid.
And it was music that got me out of, just like how Michael in the movie said that he was this, never mind. I'm just ignore what I said that. But his daddy treated him really terribly, and then he was going to be a light for the people. And he was, because music, that was his power,
And he globalized that. Just, I don't know if you know this stat. When Black and White was released in late '91, when the music video premiered, it had over 500 million views at that time. But to think about the humans on Earth, that at the population of the time, that's 1 out of every 11 humans who tuned in to see that video.
That's crazy.
On a global scale.
That is amazing. Staying in the stay in May, and actually, or maybe it was in April, the Project Hail Mary came out.
March, not to correct you.
March,
it's
really?
been that's the staying power. I didn't mean to correct you or be rude, but I was just going to say the staying power of that movie has been miraculous.
Yes.
Yeah, because Camden told me in March I should go see it, and I still haven't gone to see it.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't seen it either, Cam. And I know I told you I was going to see it, and I have not, but I found out yesterday it's streaming now. So we can't sit, we can still see it in the theater because it's still at AMC.
Yes.
But you're able to stream it now, so we'll see. Cam, what'd you think about Project Hail Mary?
I liked Project Hail Mary a lot. I went into it in not a normal state, but I was with a good buddy of mine, and it was really good. Great story. Ryan Gosling, in my opinion, career best performance.
Wow. Considering
who he's interacting with on screen, and it's based on a book, so anyone who knows the story will know what I'm talking about. But it has a lot of heart. It definitely pulls at the heartstrings for anyone who gets emotional. I certainly did. But I will say a funny thing is how many dude bros I saw in there are actually getting really emotional over it.
Yeah.
It demonstrates the power of some. I went in totally blind, so I was immediately caught off guard by everything about it. I had seen the trailers, but I thought kind of but I went with a good buddy of mine. So it was a unique experience because it was vastly unexpected, but definitely one to remember, that's for sure.
Comparable to another one of my science fiction favorite movies of all time, top 5, Interstellar, or as I've been told, it's different. It's more Disney-ish compared to Interstellar, Christopher Nolan's.
Yes.
How would you compare the two?
I like Project better, but because of what I said about how emotional it was and how it got to me, I needed a while before I rewatch it. Mm-hmm. Yes, very different to Interstellar. I would probably take Project over it because a big Cam hot take is I don't think Interstellar is overrated. It just doesn't resonate with me like mass audiences does. It's not that it's bad, but it's just something that just never really connected with me. In my opinion, Matthew McConaughey being the lead, being one of them, in my view, he's always thrived when he's the supporting as opposed to the lead. He's not bad, and he's a good anchor, but there's just some about Interstellar that just doesn't resonate with me. I've watched it 3 times.
Really?
It's just the desire is not...
I think maybe why I love it so, it's about a daddy and his daughter.
Yes.
And that's why.
And I can't relate to that, and you can.
It really got me. So anyway, I love it. Let's talk about some of the other movies that are happening in May that Hank has seen 0 of. So Devil Wears Prada came out May 1. My mom went to see it. She hated it. Jennifer and the girls.
Did she like the first one?
She loved the first one. She
Okay.
just said this one she just did not like. The Mandalorian and Grogu. Isn't that the little Yoda?
Yes, but Baby Yoda Star
Baby Yoda.
Wars. I'm gonna see it, but am I overly hyped for it? No.
Yeah.
Star Wars right now, unfortunately, the brand is for theatrical practically dead. I will say
Wow.
the Maul Shadow Lord show, for anyone Star Wars fans out there, it was just finished up on Disney Plus animated show. It was fabulous. Any Darth Maul fans, but this Disney theatrical Star Wars is in the mud.
What are they going to do to get it back? Because back in our day, I mean, it was the top. There was nothing beating it. And now the last, I guess, 6 pictures that have been released have all just been disasters.
What they can do to get it back, that's a good question. The biggest thing is, as we see right now in theatrical, is studios are being rewarded right now by giving fans either what they want or what they didn't know they want. And the reason why I bring the second one up is that the Russo brothers, who are doing the 2 upcoming Avengers, they were able to build what they did by unexpectedly giving them what they wanted in the Winter Soldier, Civil War with Cap, Tony, all those characters, and then on to Infinity War and Endgame. And then now with Doomsday on the horizon later this year, from what fans have been reading into that, is that they're giving a lot of fans what they want. And with Star Wars, a big thing that hurts them is a lot of fans do not like how the Disney has treated Luke Skywalker, who appears to be the central figure of popularity for their brand. So can they get what they had back? In my opinion, I say no, because right now they're not really doing things on a mass scale to win those people back. So what they do need to get it back is something big and drastic like that to, and in other words, a complete 180 from what they've been doing, because by their actions, they've more doubled down as opposed to course correct like Marvel has tried to do or in the process of doing currently.
Right. Hank's looking at you right now like you're speaking Chinese.
Well, I
is completely
I am trying to
confused.
stay on board
Completely
here. I don't,
confused.
But
Have you
because I
seen
think
the
it's-
sequel trilogy with episode 7, 8, 9?
Yeah. Like, so you mean the original movies?
No. The sequels like Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker.
Yes. I've seen this.
And you would rate those probably the lowest of...
Jar Jar Binks was pretty bad.
Jar Jar was the before though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. But what you're saying, but I think the other thing, the problem with this is that every time you turn on Disney or anything like that, there's another series. And so like the casual person, I'm like, I don't know which direction to go, like what to watch, you know? Because
Yep.
I mean, Baby Yoda, dude, that guy's off my radar right now, right? I mean, I'm not ready to see that guy pull in another character. Sheesh. No way.
So what do you think this one will do? Do you think it will bring the people back, or you know, fall on its
I think it's going to underperform what Disney's thinking. I do know, because I follow box office stuff, its tracking isn't great at the moment, not surprising. They do have another movie in the works with Ryan Gosling, ironically, called Starfighter next May.
Okay.
That appears to be where they're starting their, quote, comeback. Mando and Grogu was kind of, at the time of its inception, a thing because Mando was popular, and then they movieized it with Jon Favreau, who was in charge of that.
Mm-hmm.
So do I think it's going to bring Star Wars fans back? No.
Ryan Gosling will though. Starfighter, Ryan Gosling.
I hope so. That's
Bring
getting a
back
lot of
the Luke
buzz.
Skywalker kind of, you know. he's
They
kinda
need
like
cool people,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if Ryan
Yeah.
comes across as cool, that a lot of
It'll bring him back.
right.
We're
yes.
talking about the same guy that was in Barbie, right? Same cat when he in
we
Barbie?
want to forget that.
Isn't that what that cat was in?
That
All
was
right.
that dude. He was also in La La Land. I loved his performance in La
All
La
right,
Land.
I was just making sure.
Other movies we got coming up in May, Hank, Mortal Kombat 2, Any Desire?
Probably not, man.
May 18th.
I've got to see these other. I got to see Michael. I can't.
Yeah.
Cannot do all these.
Can you do? Let's make a goal for the end of the summer. How many do you want to see in the theater?
If I had to see, I guess I would have to see 3.
Oh, that was my.
okay.
Okay,
That's
yeah, that's
good.
solid.
And
that's
Michael's
solid.
got to be one of them,
Okay.
right?
Okay,
sure.
yeah, that's a solid
sure.
star.
Absolutely.
Solid.
So Mortal Kombat to you. I mean, how are we doing here?
It's a no.
Okay, it's enough. All right, end of June. Masters of the Universe.
He-Man.
This
I like this.
I like.
I
this
grew up
too.
with this.
It's nostalgic to
Yeah,
us, right?
It is.
And so it actually it looks. I saw a long trailer. It looks kind of funny. It's got some comedic stuff to it. I don't know if you saw the first one. It was just horrendous. I think it came out in the 90s.
Doo-doo.
It was awful. So this one's got to be better. I'm not going to say you and I on a date. However, let's put it on our calendar.
Masters of the Universe?
Yes.
I don't know, man. If I'm going to waste one, I'm not going to waste it on that.
Okay.
I don't think.
Fair
Let's
enough.
pick another one.
Fair enough. Okay. Scary movie. This is one of the sequels that I was talking about. I'll always go see.
Yeah. I could get down with that better than I could the other.
Okay. So tentatively, that's a June 5th showing. Disclosure Day. This is a big one for me. Okay. This is a Spielberg movie, and it relates to a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world right now too, Hank. Did you hear some files were released on Monday?
I did hear this.
UAP sightings.
Listen.
Factual.
No, they're not
Factual.
Listen, until it is in front of me. Until they park in front of my Tahoe, I'm not going to be part of this.
Question to ask you.
You know,
When
people
we
don't like this part of our podcast.
I don't care. Some people do. And even if only person that matters is me, okay? I like to talk about it. If you were to see an alien on the street, give me the odds. Do you think it would be green, gray, yellow, transparent, translucent, or white? What color do you think the alien would be? The first one that humans see when it's factual, when it all comes out. What color will it be?
I don't believe in aliens, so I'm not picking a color. Were you waiting on that? So if I had to be if I have to tell you what my past would make me choose,
Yes.
First of all, I'd think it's somebody dressed up like an alien, okay, walking across the street. And then I'd be like, look at this guy. This guy's dressed up like an alien going through downtown. No, but I would probably say gray.
Me too. Most people say
maybe its head would be clear.
Most people
like
say green, but gray is the proper answer.
I don't know
they
about
call them
proper.
the gray. They call them the grays.
Do they?
That's what they call them. Yes. And so they've
I'm
got
not going down this road
big
with you,
heads
man.
and kind of little skinny bodies. And they normally have book bags.
We got some buddies like that.
Yes, we do. But in their book
They
bags.
got book bags?
They have bits of Tito's vodka.
I was getting ready to say.
That's they got dressed up like an alien.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Disclosure Day, tell me about this one. This is a big one, right?
Yes.
This is a big one for the summer. Go ahead.
So Disclosure Day, for me personally, I'm not looking forward to, and I will not see it. As far as you
Why?
said,
Because he's
Spielberg.
an aficionado, and
It's
you are the
Spielberg.
casual one. This is real. Continue, Cam. Continue.
so as you brought up the things in real life, there's just something about, and the trailer also too, there's just something that doesn't sit right with me. And knowing in the past Spielberg, previous work with sci-fi, it's great. But there are just certain things that in the modern day that I'm not really interested in seeing, even as a form of entertainment, and this is one of them, because it hits close home to me. Not that anything's happened, it's just the way that I view it and what I think about it, and that I don't want to see it.
Will it bomb at the box office or will it be a success?
Good question. The thing is, I actually think both can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are curious about this type of stuff. So it has a big curiosity angle. But I will say in the last couple of months, the marketing for it has really died
It has.
in my
It's
movie
kind of
space. Yes.
Disappeared.
So
I agree.
it's one of those things is that's not a good sign for a movie that had hopes of a high ceiling to bring in big money for them. And the reality is in 26, Spielberg isn't a draw. It's the combo of Spielberg sci-fi. Is that the draw? And that's the question they've asked. Based on their marketing, they don't have, in my opinion, they don't have full confidence. But I think it'll be like solid enough at the box office, like neither bomb nor massive hit. I think it'll be fine either way.
Well, that will be one of the ones that I see opening night or opening day for sure. We've got other ones in June. Toy Story 5. All the kids love it. Toy Story 1 was probably one of the top 5 animated movies I've ever seen in my life. Do y'all remember that movie?
Yes.
Holy cow.
And I agree with you.
Well, wasn't that just fabulous?
Yes.
Even
It's
I remember that.
You saw that one?
one of the biggest things, but I just want to say real quick, is that the things that movie does in 70 minutes, that's a short running time. And even though animation does tend to fare about 90 minutes, but in 70 minutes, when that credit rolls, the greatness and historical significance that it holds and held at the time, fabulous, as you said.
Created by Pixar, right?
Yes,
That
their
was that-
first.
that- their first
Their
movie?
first, yes.
So it's OG status,
Yes.
legendary. Okay, wonderful. Next, we've got Supergirl, June 26th. No interest for me. Hank, Camden, I don't know
Big
about
pass.
you. Pass on that. And, you love the Jackass series,
Yes.
Hank.
Oh, yeah.
The best and last, June 20.
Because I mean, really and truly, they're not as pliable as they once
How
were.
long can they keep doing
No, I
this?
mean, and the stunts that they're coming up with are just more like racy, and they're going to get arrested, they're going to get hurt. It's going to be somebody's going to have a heart attack.
Johnny Knoxville, now 54 years old.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Some of the stuff that they do. I mean, I'm 49. You're 52 or whatever.
51.
There's no way I would elect to put my body in these situations.
Impossible. Yes.
In the last one, he did a bull stunt, and he actually got really concussed to the point of where they told him, like, you can't do that again. But also, there are certain stunts that he is actually not allowed to do because insurances for the movie won't insure him because of it. So he'll still do stuff, but there are some things off limits because he did one too many.
Yeah. Let's move on to July now. So we get, July 4th season. Here we go. Minions and Monsters. I guess that's just another Minion movie. I'm not a big fan of the Minions, but I know millions of kids are. For you, Camden?
Not a big fan. I will say for anyone out there interested in it, I will say the trailer does look interesting. It's a take on 60s Hollywood. And so I will say the premise and trailer looked appealing to me. Will I see it? TBD. Kind of depends on what's going on.
And we'll mark that one off Hank's list. Let's go to Moana. I think this is the real live Moana, right? It's not the animated version. What do they call that? Live action.
Yeah, live action.
So my daughters, who are huge Moana fans of the original, don't want to have anything to do with this one, which is weird. I was like, dude, they're Hawaiian girls. You should like Moana.
Is this like a real Hawaiian girl, or is this still some animation?
No, it's real. Like The Rock will play Maui in
Okay.
physical form.
I got you.
Yes. And so they have no interest. What about you, Cam? What do you think?
The Moana animation movie I thought was fine, but I didn't overly love it. Didn't see the sequel. This one, the trailer didn't do it for me, so I definitely won't see this. And low-key, The Rock lost a lot of aura in that reveal in the trailer. It's just something to look aesthetically. I just don't know, in my opinion, if it should have been him. I understand like his culture, and he had a lot to do with the animation. I just don't know. I wasn't feeling the wig he had. It's not for me, let's say.
see.
But I will say, you mentioned your daughter's right not being interested in it. I think, in my opinion, it's a little too soon. The first one, the first animation come out in November of 2016. This is not even 10 years later. They've had a sequel and now live action.
Fair.
I get why Disney's doing it. Live action's hot right now. Striking while the iron's hot. But potentially because the Moana 2 was not that well received by hardcores, is that it could turn people off because it is so soon, because that was only a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So, no for me.
How about Dwayne Johnson's best role in a movie? Because his favorite, his role that you probably like best is The Rock, because you're a wrestling fan, right?
Well, yeah, it's wrestling, but my favorite movie role from The Rock. Right offhand, I would have to literally think about it, because he does get some flack from playing the same stuff. Deservedly so. But in my opinion, I don't mind it because he's charismatic. He does what he knows best, so I don't fault him for that. But one of my favorites is actually his first starring role in The Scorpion King, 2002. It's a spinoff of the original Mummies with Brendan Fraser.
Yep.
Aesthetically, just in his prime, I love that role. It's a warrior. It kind of like Arnold and Conan. But I love that movie and how easy it was for him to play him. I don't think it's not that it's an award-winning performance. No, I just think the embodiment of the character in that movie, love it. Like, it's my go-to for The Rock.
Okay, wonderful. Good to know. All right, the big movie, well, they say the big movie of the season is The Odyssey. Comes out July 17th. This is the Matt Damon stars as Odysseus, I think, right? And he is on a quest
to return home.
Yeah, to return home. Yeah. And they were kind of recapture his crown or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Kind of like a Braveheart, kind of like, not really, but I mean, it's kind of like that kind of...
The Greek version.
Greek version. Homer, wrote it way, way back in the day.
But I mean, it's going to be huge battles, like stuff like that, right? Yeah.
So, I've been excited to see it. Did you get a chance to watch like a sneak peek or something? Or maybe it was one of my friends Oh, it was one of my buddies. I told you they got to go, this would be months ago, to sit inside an IMAX. I think it's IMAX, right?
Oh, yeah. And they
Yeah.
played the 7-minute preview
Yes.
for it. Yes.
Yes. So they saw that. They said it was amazing. So anyway, give me your thoughts. The Odyssey.
So I'm excited about it. It's going to be, as far as aesthetically, classic Nolan, where it looks great. I expect the music score to be great. His direction, great. I do know from what I read, certain casting choices will not make his fan base happy, as it goes against some of the original writing works that were passed down on this story. So I'm excited, but not as much as I was. But as long as it does classic Nolan stuff, that I think that I will like it enough to where, like, yes, like, it's good Nolan. Will it be top tier Nolan? TBD. But in my opinion right now, no. But that's okay too, because I mean, when you hit as many home runs as he has, it's tough to keep that bar so high.
Over under 3 hours and 38 minutes. Are we going over or under running time?
Under. His wife or producer, Emma Thomas, who works on all his films, has said it will be shorter than Oppenheimer, and that was exactly right at 3 hours.
Okay.
I would expect, in my opinion, with kind of Nolan and how he edits, I would probably say right at that 2 hours and 45 minutes time. If not, 2.5 hours. If it's anything less, I will be surprised.
Will you see it IMAX?
No, I prefer the Dolby as opposed to IMAX.
Dolby at Hickory Media, that big D or
yes.
whatever? Okay.
Other AMCs have Dolbys that I've been to, one in Charlotte. I just prefer the Dolby, how it sounds and its actual picture, because the thing with IMAX is that if the whole movie is not filmed in IMAX, you only get the IMAX portion of it, of the scenes that they film. So in a way, you're cheated, but it doesn't look how it intends when those scenes aren't in IMAX, if that makes sense.
Question for you. Let's go back to Michael just for a second. I saw Michael at the Carolina, which is your standard theater. One of Jennifer's friends saw it in the Big D, and she said it felt like you were in a concert. And because she saw it at the Carolina too, she said it's night and day. Would you agree?
Agree, yes.
So when you see these big, powerful movies, you feel like you get way more. They're way more expensive, but you get what you pay for in the Big D?
Oh, absolutely. And even though, I will say, even though movie ticket prices are too high and even premium are a little bit higher, in my opinion, it's still worth it because of certain memories that can be created. Like Michael Jackson, there are things like me and my dad, I went with both my parents. They grew up like as y'all with Michael, so seeing their like joy and like watching his story. So for someone like me, that's immense. So it's one of those is that it's a memory creator.
Wonderful.
So yes,
that makes sense. Hank, anything to add to Odyssey? Do you remember reading it in high school?
I think I think that would be one that I'd have interest in.
Okay.
So I might put this one down as, hey, this is going to be one I go to. Little checklist.
So check the box there. Got it. This is one that you were really excited about, Cam. The next one.
Yes.
July 31st. It's the Spider-Man. Brand new day. Tell me what you know about this guy.
So we have a new director. His name's Destin Daniel Cretton. For those out there, he directed Shang-Chi, that Marvel movie, Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Yes.
I watched that one.
Taking over director for John Watts, who did Tom Holland's first Spider-Man trilogy.
And now he's back. Tom Holland.
Oh, yes.
Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, yes. Back in the lead of Spider-Man. And what I know about it is that the trailer, it was phenomenal. In my opinion, the trailer got flack, but I think it was because it came after the Doom Part 3 trailer that was one of the best trailers of all time, in my opinion, and particularly in modern day. It definitely, for me, the movie of the season because of its implications of what may come after. But as far as the experience itself, it looks different. The web slinging is practical, so it's going to aesthetically look different. His suit looks great, arguably the best Spider-Man suit since Tobey's original. As far as its story, there's a lot of question marks and mystery surrounding it, particularly with Sadie Sink, her character, because she's going to have a big role in it, but they're hiding her in the marketing. I know who she's gonna be and the implications it has.
Who's Sadie Sink?
She's in Stranger Things as some character. I didn't watch that show.
You didn't watch Stranger Things?
I watched the first episode because I like Winona Ryder,
Yeah.
but I don't want to drown like hours and hours into it because it didn't like wow me. Yeah,
Oh,
that's her.
She's the redhead girl.
Yeah,
The
redhead.
sister of the crazy brother
Yes.
that drives.
I loved her. She was awesome. She was so good in that movie. Did you watch the show,
I
Hank?
watched the first couple. I watched the first couple series,
Yeah.
but I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yep. So Spider-Man, this will probably, I think it'll take the crown as the #1 box office movie of the summer. What do you think?
Agreed.
Money-wise.
Yes, agreed. And I also know from recent test screenings from a small group is that its test screenings are through the roof. I expect it to be the best Spider-Man movie outside of Tobey's first two. Just from what I'm reading, seeing a very street level Spider-Man, what fans are wanting, as I mentioned earlier, it's giving things what they want. Bruce Banner is in this. That's in the trailer. No spoilers. So I'm mega excited about it. Punisher's in it. So it has a lot going for it. The trailer for it had over 1 billion views in 24 hours. So the buzz is there for this movie. So, yes, mega excited. Oh, gonna be unbelievable.
Hank, let's rank your top 5 kind of Marvel or DC movies. What do you have a couple that stand out? Because you said you used to watch them back in the day, right?
I mean, I like all the new ones. I'm not.
Nobody's like
this is
Camden.
going to offend
No.
him. I don't
Yes.
think I've seen the first Spider-Man, the one
Tobey?
with Tobey. No, I don't think
It's
I've.
OG.
I haven't seen it. I think I've only seen one of the Tom Holland ones. It might have been the first one that he did.
Homecoming.
So yeah, I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen that, but I mean, I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I liked Endgame. I like Black Panther. I liked all the kind of the newer ones.
Yeah.
So
Spider-Man, the first one with, what's his name again?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire
Spider-Man.
was my favorite. But then I liked Iron Man 2. The second favorite. Maybe it was Iron Man 1.
is that the one where he's
it
in
had
the
to be
cave?
Iron Man. Yes.
When he's in the cave and he
cave.
builds a
Yes,
suit.
okay, that's Iron Man
Yes,
1.
that's Iron Man
That-
1.
I really
I've
like
seen
that
that
one.
one.
I really like that one. And then I like the Batman, Christopher Nolan, the Joker one.
The Dark Knight, yes.
The Dark Knight. That one is
I've
fantastic.
never seen that one.
Oh,
Oh
Hank.
my
Yes,
gosh.
we gotta.
That's a stinker right there.
Never
That's a
seen it.
massive stinker. Like
I've never seen it. Never seen it.
Look, he's
He's
beside it. He's
upset.
beside
He's
himself
upset,
over
I
here.
know.
He's beside
I
himself.
just want to say, at the time, that became only the second movie in the U.S. to pass 500 million domestic after Titanic. So it's just like, Hank, what were you doing in summer of 08?
I don't know what I was doing in 08.
Did you see Titanic?
I did see Titanic.
Okay. And Little Women.
Let's move on to August.
So we got August. I don't think anybody really wants to see Paw Patrol. The end of Oak Street. What is that? Is
I
that a
don't even
horror
know
movie?
what that is.
Nightmare on Elm Street stuff, maybe? I don't know.
No, I wish.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. It looks kind of scary, I guess, maybe. Oh, it's a science fiction thriller. Okay, then I'll probably see this. Wonderful.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway's in it, so that should be good. And Coyote vs. Acme, I think they've been trying to make this for like 20 years. Who's going to watch that?
I don't know. The
You
guy
know?
that, bought all those anvils, ready to
right,
drop
drop
them
it
off
off the-
somebody's cliff.
Yeah, that's
I have
exactly-
no idea. That seems
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I just can't imagine that's going to do
Interesting
anything.
story about it is that 2 years ago, the company Warner Brothers actually shelved it.
Yeah.
And then because there was, quote, some backlash, because they chalk it up to a tax write-off, but they're bringing it back just because. But yeah, that might be
The new distributor bought it. Catch
Yes.
Up Entertainment bought it for $50 million in 25.
Catch Up Entertainment.
Shoot, let's start Mustard Entertainment. What movie we gonna try to get, Hank?
I have no clue.
Anyway, so that kind of gets us through August. We might be missing a couple, Cam. What other big ones that you know that are on the horizon?
Not that I know of, because those seem to be August. I think is dry or seems dry for one.
August, I always thought it had a couple biggies.
Yeah, at the end
Yeah.
of summer, but
Yeah.
I think because Spider-Man Brand New Day is July 31st, practically August,
Yeah.
it's going to run through August up until September when Disney re-releases Avengers Endgame. So that's why kind of August is looking dreadful. Those for May and June and July seem to be the heavy hitters. I don't. There's
Feels
not.
light. Feels light to me.
Are you kidding me? That would take me years to
when
watch
we
this.
normally talk, we're in here the last 3 years talk about it. I just remember just seeing banger after banger. The only bangers I really see.
Yeah.
I guess Spider-Man. I don't see any other bangers.
Not Toy Story 5. I like the.
okay.
I mean, I will
Maybe
say
so.
Toy Story
That's
4
true.
is
That's
toilet, but I will say the biggest thing for Toy Story 5 is interesting premise and how it's going to handle tech versus the toys. So I will say for people who have grown up through this, get as far as parents with kids of their toys tech, that's at least an interesting end. It maybe still be toilet like 4, but at least curiosity, and there's a good premise to hook people, especially because it is a hot topic right now.
Hank?
I'm committed
Okay.
to the Odyssey
Yes.
and Spider-Man.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
you.
2.
Okay.
It's 2.
So then the floating ones would either be Jackass. I might go see Disclosure Day with you.
Okay.
I maybe
I
go
think
see
you
that
would.
one.
I think you'd enjoy it.
Surely scary movie. I will say that trailer
Scary
played.
movie.
We would enjoy.
go
We would
scary
have.
movie,
We
yeah.
would have a good
It
time.
looks great, and it played like gangbusters when I saw Scream 7 in the Dolby sold out screening. Like, I think it's gonna, and also too, I think it's time for one because comedy. That's one thing that theatrical is lacking is comedy.
Yes.
Going to the theater and laughing,
Yes.
laughing,
Yes.
is a good camaraderie type of thing to do.
Yeah.
And when you're in the theater and everyone is laughing, is there a better feeling?
No,
Because everybody's you're there together,
Yes.
experiencing it. Oh, I love that feeling. Hank, so let's go top 3 animated. So like your Nemo's, your Lion King. So those are Disney, or we can throw Pixar's in there too. And what's the other group that makes some animated ones?
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Illumination
Yeah.
is like Minion stuff.
Yeah. So do you have like top 3?
Toy Story was always great.
Sure.
You said Lion King, and
Loved it.
I watched that a
Loved it.
ton.
Me too.
The other thing that I watch that I think about with animated movies is I have a boy, and I watch Cars a billion times.
Sure.
And I love that movie
Yeah.
just because of what it means to when he was growing up. So that would certainly be on my list.
And what's interesting, so we watched, instead of Cars at our household, it was Finding Nemo. And we watched it so many times. Olivia is literally studying to be a marine biologist. And a lot of it has to do that we saw that movie 500
Yeah,
times.
500 times.
Easily. I mean, she
Yeah.
just loves it. She wants to save turtles now. So anyway, it's interesting how we can remember these things from growing up,
Yeah.
being in the movies, going
Yes,
to the movies
That's what
with
I
our
mean by
parents.
those memories,
Yes.
the bonds that are formed.
amazing.
Yes.
That's why you need to see more, Hank. Form these bonds.
I'm forming memories outside the movie
Form
theater.
these
Okay.
bonds. Speaking of memories outside the movie theater, let's talk a little bit about Harris and the great run Hickory High had, but they bowed out yesterday.
Yesterday, third round. They
Okay.
have not been past the first round in 13 years.
Wow.
And so, I you always are hoping for the best. And I would have thought at the beginning of this year, they would have said that to make it to the third round was a heck of an accomplishment. And so we went in last night. Well, we won our first game, Forest Hills, which we should have. They were we were a 10 seed. They were maybe a 26 or something. And then we went to West Henderson and beat the 7 seed as the 10 seed. And then we had to go down to play the number 2 seed in Stony Point last night in Belmont. Great atmosphere, a lot of people,
Mhm.
well-coached team, and we fell short 11-4. But to get to the 4th round, really, it allows those boys, they're in the same conversation with everybody else in that school that are going to, the quarterfinals or the semis. And, I know football did, basketball went far.
Women's and men's soccer.
Women and men's soccer, tennis is going far.
yes.
So now you're in the same conversation of, hey, we're all kind of pushing it, and we haven't been able to do that in years. And so, and also it's good for our coach. Coach Kraft has been there forever.
Absolutely.
And
Good for
so
him.
to give him the ability to have some success
Yep.
deep is good. But, they're a pretty young team.
Yep.
So
Next year.
Next year.
they'll be better. So let's stay on the baseball kick just for a second. You and I were fortunate enough to listen to a legendary pitcher, Hall of Fame pitcher, come to Hickory, North Carolina and speak to us.
Yep.
And do you know who John Smoltz is, Camden? Are you a baseball fan?
No.
So John Smoltz, hey, you tell a little bit about John Smoltz. I mean, you're the baseball dude, but go ahead and then I'll talk the story.
in the 90s, the Atlanta Braves had probably the most iconic pitching staff, and John Smoltz was part of that pitching staff. And so they had 3, if not 4, during that time that would go out there and not miss a start, pitch every game, throw well, and they're Hall of Famers. And they really pushed each other because every day it'd be like Greg Maddux would start, then he would start, then Avery would start, then Glavin would start. And so they would kind of like push each other to be the greatest. And they were. I mean, they were really great. And he came in Thursday and talked a little bit about he wasn't being this way, but his greatness and what it meant to the sport, and then interactions he had throughout his time. And he was a really great speaker, because we've had other ones that aren't as good.
Right.
And he just really was able to talk about like his mental journey through it. He talked about his faith through it. He talked about being pushed by others. It was
his health and how, if one thing, think if you were an athlete at that level and something happens to your body and you can no longer reach that level where you have been, he changed his entire thinking and way to throw a pitch so we could still be on the field, right? It was amazing to me.
That's too good.
Yeah.
So other cool story about that, which this is what I got out of it. So, and other baseball fans listen to our show right now will remember this. You tell me the year, Hank. The Braves were a huge favorite playing the Yankees in the World Series. Okay. I want to say it was like 96 or 7,
Probably.
That's when I think it was. So they faced each other for the first time in the World Series, and the Braves were loaded and a massive favorite to win. Well, they got beat in that series. The Yankees go on to win 4 out of the next 6 World Series. John Smoltz said if they would have won that one, which they were the biggest favorite ever, it would have been change history. Change history. The Braves win 4 of the next 6, not the Yankees, because what he said is once they lost that World Series, they traded all their players to reset. But if they win, everybody stays together. The other great thing he said about that was because he has all kinds of individual accolades, like he's won this Cy Young,
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. He said I would trade it all in to be a part of that team one more time and get a chance against them. Yeah. He won't trade it all in. Yeah. That pitching, you feel like you're on an island, which you are, but you're with a team, and so I mean he cherished that team so much that he would have thrown everything else away to get a chance to win that World Series.
And I think that every sport's a little bit different in very much the same, because when you are like basketball and football and those ones that you're part of that team, but you have to use everyone else to be successful in it. I think it's interesting when you do have a pitcher that's standing on the mound and they take it very, I heard a great quote by a guy from Tennessee, and Harris loves this quote, and I do too, is the pitcher, when he's standing on the mound, he believes all the eyes are on him. And this hitter at Tennessee said, when I go up to hit, the funny thing is, I know he thinks everybody's there to watch him pitch, but the reality is they're here to watch me hit.
Love it.
And so it's kind of that, it's just me versus you in the middle of a team. And so Smoltz and those guys, to be able to go out on that mound and dominate for as long as they did is pretty special.
So not only, Camden, was he just a Hall of Fame pitcher, he's also a world-class golfer, right? And he's also a commentator. And so he told some stories about he playing golf with Tiger Woods, and just like, I can't even remember really where the story took us, but, they were in the playoffs. And because he's a pitcher, he gets 4 days off before his rotation comes around. And so Tiger Woods called him and said, hey, we got an extra spot to play golf this morning. And he was thinking, my skipper will never let me go play golf.
This was to tell you how cool his manager
Bobby
was.
Cox, who just passed away last week, which was timing of that was so weird too.
It's weird.
We get to see Smoltz. He's talking about Bobby Cox, and then Ted Turner and Bobby Cox pass away in the same week.
Yeah,
the week that Smoltz comes to Hickory. So weird. But anyway, he went to his skipper and said, hey, Skip, I
know you're not going to let me off.
I know you're not going to let me do this. However, Tiger Woods just called me and said he's got an extra spot to go play Augusta, the Masters golf tournament. Not the Masters, but the Augusta, the golf course itself. I'm not pitching tonight. Go ahead and tell me I can't. It's all right. But just want to let you know I had the chance. And the skipper was like, what, Hank?
He was like, go.
And do it.
But he also realized how important those guys were to the team. And, that's the thing about like, managers have to be able to manage all these personalities and to be able to give them that freedom to say, hey, I know you're going to come back and do because that's kind of what he was saying is, I know you're going to come back and do your job.
I trust you.
I know you're going to do what's right for this team. Yeah. Go out there, have fun, be back. Don't make me regret this.
Yes.
But go out there and have fun.
Right. So switch it So when Dennis Rodman was playing for the Bulls and he asked Coach, can I go to Las Vegas? And Coach said, no, you're not going to Vegas. We're in the middle of a playoff run. He went anyway. He said, sorry, Coach, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And disappeared for 24, 36 hours.
Didn't Michael tell him he should go too, though?
I think Michael, that's probably why he got excused, because Michael said, yeah, go ahead and blow off some steam, get out of here.
But Dennis went to meet, or was that just to like party and have a good time in Vegas?
Oh, he just wanted to party.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He just wanted
to get out of
some steam.
Yeah, just have some fun.
Yeah.
Yes, and from all the stories, he had a lot of fun.
But that event, the Sportsman's Club, is a great event. And
yes,
they've got the kind of a good thing going, because Camden, this has been an event for years with my dad, and people would be in it, and you'd have like Lou Holtz and Pete Rose and
Terry Bradshaw
and Bobby
John
Knight,
Elway,
and all these guys. And so I would be 8, 9 years old. My dad would bring this program, and it'd be signed by this guy, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's great!" And now to be part of it is pretty cool,
because it went away for a little bit from Hickory. Yeah, now it's coming back,
and it seems like everybody really
supporting it.
Yeah.
So my fondest memory of the Sportsman Club, when I was, I think, a junior in high school, one of our buddies' dads two of our buddies' dads were the founding fathers of it. And so after soccer practice, they would always say, there used to be a press conference. I don't know if you remember this, way back in the day, at the basement, not the bottom of the club. I can't remember exactly where it was held. It wasn't in the library. But anyway, they'd set up shop and anybody could ask questions. Well, my friends' dads set it up, and they'd say, come after soccer practice. We got seats for you so you can see this legendary athletes face to face, right? And so we're getting out of soccer practice. We hurry over, and there's 5 seats in the very front of the press conference that they've saved us. And so us 5 little scragglers pop in the front with our soccer gear still on, looking at Terry Bradshaw in his face, just like, this is what an athlete looks like.
Yeah.
God, that's too good. That's unbelievable.
What do you say? What?
I was going to say, hey, you better take a look.
Don't look
in the mirror.
Don't look in the mirror.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that when I walked right into that.
You did.
But it was really, really cool. So the Sportsman's Club has a lot of history, and they're going to continue to do really, really good things moving forward. Yep. So Camden, tell me a little bit. Hickory High is playing Tennis States today, I hear.
Yes.
Yes, and I think it might be
South Point.
Do they really?
I think they play South Point, who beat us last night. So hopefully we can pound
get a little
the
revenge.
tennis team into the ground.
I think they're actually getting ready to start at 4, so they're probably getting ready to go right now. So that should be good luck to our Hickory High School Tornadoes in tennis. Girls soccer kicks into gear. I think their first state playoff game is Monday, or that might be Thursday. It might be tomorrow. So everybody, lacrosse plays
tomorrow.
They're in the state playoffs
Men
as well.
Men
and women. Yep. That's wonderful. And not more importantly, but just as equal importance, Hank and I, no, it's not Hank and I's team. The 4-0 team. Sorry, Hank.
The team you don't get to play on.
We have one more match against Deer Valley, our nemesis. And if we win, we go to states. And then that's next Thursday. And
we got one tonight and then one tomorrow. I don't think we have the ability to go to states. Yeah. But if we win tonight, it's most wins we've ever had as a team. Ooh. And if we win next week, we come in second place.
Okay.
So we got to win tonight.
Yeah, good luck. I hope you do it. And I think Jennifer's playing out there tonight, so I'm going to come watch also. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes. Camden, anything else you want to talk to us before we wind this wonderful edition of Big Fan up for the evening?
Nope. Just as you said, I agree with you as far as the summer movie things. It feels light. I think that comes from since we've got out of COVID, the reconditioning to audiences' perspective on the theatrical movie going. So I agree with you in a way. It just feels light. It feels like a little bit soulless, even though there is stuff I do want to see. I think that applies to other mediums as well, like some sports things. I don't know if it's just the time we're in, certain things, the way I think y'all said last week, y'all were talking about something that things are changing, like how people do stuff to get more money, affecting like different sports mediums, movies as part of that. Tennis falls in that. So I just think we're at a time right now to where the powers that be in charge of whatever medium it is, it's trying to squeeze as much as possible out of its fan base and price it out because we're experiencing that right now in WWE wrestling. I know none of y'all are a fan listening, but I was just saying that it kind of correlates because right now that's a big problem, even though their current world champion has been their top guy and he is the best, but there's just something about the product itself. It just doesn't feel like itself for a variety of reasons that none of y'all will know, but I'm just saying that it just feels the same in a way. Like, as I said, with Odyssey, I mentioned there are certain choices that would likely not have been done if this were done 20 years ago under the same branch. Yes, I agree with you in a way. I hope it gets better. It's kind of a TBD because I will say, as far as movie goes, it appears on paper to be stacked through the end of 27, but a lot of that is ebbs and flows as far as on paper how people will view things and projects when they arrive. Like, as we said in Disclosure Day, the marketing seems to have stalled since it had a big push at the end of last year and then at the start of this year.
Right, absolutely. And before we get out of here, let's say a big congratulations to our high school graduates and our college graduates, that's getting ready to go down. I think Lucy Rose had her last exam today. Olivia had her last exam Monday. I don't know Harris's schedule.
He's had an exam Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yep.
Maybe the same
Maybe
one.
one,
and then he's got one end of grade test next week.
Yes.
But it's kind of funny because, he's like, oh, yeah, I don't have to go back to school. And I'm like, yeah, but don't they count absences and you might have to take that test? He's like, yeah, I got everything under control. And then what's going to happen is he's not going to go to school and he's going to get a 0 or something like that. Yeah. So lesson learned for the young man. Let's see how this all works out.
Because I think, when do they graduate? When do they walk? Isn't it like
22nd?
22nd, that's right.
It is funny because once the grades are in, they can't be changed and they're in, apparently. Because all the tests that are left are end of grade. So they're not part of your just
right
to help see what the state needs to do and everything else. So their grades are in. Like, Harris is like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? And so,
what a feeling.
I know.
I can do whatever I want to do.
I'm walking out. I'm walking out of school.
Yeah. So what is he going to do? Like, if he's not going to school the next couple of days, he'll just work on his baseball?
He'll go the first 2 classes because the one is the end of grade test is that. Yeah. So he'll go, but at lunch, he's walking out. And I think today he came home and lifted and then he, probably melted on the couch for a little bit.
Do y'all remember when you were
he's going to the tennis match.
Oh,
so
okay,
him
good.
and his buddies are all going to the tennis match because those are all his buddies, and so he said it's going to be fun because those guys always go to their baseball games, and so they don't get to go down because they usually play at 4. They've got to be on the field by 4 or whatever, and so he's like, it's going to be kind of nice to scream and yell during that, all those guys.
Wonderful. Do y'all remember the days? And we'll get out of here. So it was the last bell. I don't remember why I have this picture in my head, but some people would really take their books and throw them in the air or ball up paper and start throwing it everywhere. Or would you be cool and just walk out of school like it was a normal day?
If you were in elementary school, there's no cool to it. You're running out.
That's true.
You're a full
that is
sprint.
Full sprint out of there.
Full
That's fair.
sprint.
That's fair.
Okay. If you're in middle school, you do the throw in everything. Oh, that's so funny. In high school, you're probably not even there. you probably left already. So, but you're walking out.
Yeah. Camden, what about you?
That's the thing. I'm not going to top what Hank said. That analysis was spot on. At high school, well, maybe not physically, but mentally checked out. You're just going through the motions.
Yeah, exactly. Well, congratulations to everyone graduating this fine month of May. And we'll look forward to coming back and telling all our big fan listeners about what we're doing over the next 2 weeks. And we got to say a big thank you to our movie Maximus, Mr. Camden Tucker. Thank you, Camden.
Thank y'all so much for having me.
Of course, we'll look to have you back next year about the same time, and maybe we'll have a bigger list of blockbusters to talk about. We hope. All right, guys. Until then, peace.
Don't do it tomorrow. Do it today. Hear what I say?
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.